260 AD, Rome's emperor is alive and already in Shapur's hands. Valerian came east to restore order. Now his own standard marks defeat. The battle is ending somewhere near Carrhae and Edessa. For Shapur, the prisoner matters more than another fallen legion. The city still stands. Rome's rescue army has lost the man who embodied it. Between emperor and army, mounted enemies occupy the widening ground. We know the capture. We do not know the blow that caused it. The ending is certain. The mechanism has been lost.
Close around the standard. Let Rome see where its emperor still stands.
The order protects the emperor. It also makes his position unmistakable.
Hold the line!
Every rider now knows where Roman authority is standing. The command group is shrinking faster than the battlefield around it. No reigning Roman emperor had ever been captured alive by a foreign king. For Rome, death could create a martyr. Captivity created uncertainty. How did the empire's rescue become its greatest living humiliation? To answer, return to the pressure that pulled Valerian east.
The 3rd century crisis was already consuming Rome from several directions. Gallienus faced Europe. Valerian took the Eastern War. The Sasanian dynasty did not merely raid, it challenged Rome's control. Shapur had already broken cities and carried populations east. Carrhae and Edessa guarded roads linking Syria, the Euphrates, and Mesopotamia. Lose this corridor, and Rome's eastern armies could lose roads, water, and reinforcement. Roman columns moved east, following roads the map had compressed into lines. Walls protected Edessa's water. They could not command the open ground. Shapur could pressure both cities without occupying every mile between them. Disease may already have thinned Valerian's army before battle, but its severity cannot be measured. Shapur's victory inscription claimed Valerian brought 70,000 men from across the empire. The claim describes scale and diversity, not a verified headcount. Infantry held ground. Mounted couriers carried sight, orders, and warning.
Hold the pace!
At the center stood the emperor, his guard, and the machinery of command. Shapur's mounted forces could extend pressure far beyond a fixed line. Some riders carried heavy armor, others traded protection for movement. Their exact roles at Edessa remain unknown. Mobility is the safer conclusion.
Carrhae and Edessa are under attack. The road will not stay open. If we wait, the east bleeds. Sound the march. We move before the road closes.
Valerian has no safe choice. Delay abandons the cities. Marching risks his army. Success could restore Rome's authority across the frontier. Failure would put that authority on the battlefield with him.
Hold the intervals! Lose one column in this dust, and we lose the road!
The order works first. Dust signals each unit's position. Then heat, sickness, and distance begin pulling the formation apart. Weak men do not
Stay
vanish. They slow
Keep formation!
everyone behind them. One delay becomes 3 separate marching lines. Shapur waits while each Roman correction exposes another interval.
Do not waste strength on their shields. Let heat and dust pull them apart.
Movement becomes information. Every Roman correction reveals another boundary. A courier disappears behind dust. The next order arrives late. The city is visible now, but safety is not. Valerian gathers command where every unit can find it.
Anchor the rear! Edessa is our lifeline. Do not let them sever it.
The army compresses toward command, opening space along its edges. Shapur's riders occupy that space without revealing one decisive attack. The Emperor sees movement. He cannot see Shapur's full intention.
Bleed their patience. Let the old Emperor command shadows.
By late afternoon, every Roman reaction points back to the Emperor. The battle opens beyond Carrhae and Edessa. Its tactical sequence has vanished. It does not tell us how the Roman line first broke. What follows is representative. Pressure, separation, and collapsing command.
Form square!
Roman shields rise, changing marching files into defensive
shields!
fronts. Mounted archers pass the edge, forcing helmets and shields to turn. A shield stops the missile. The impact still opens a gap. The next man closes it, narrowing the space around him. Heavy riders appear, holding the threat of contact. Roman cavalry moves outward to recover the lost view. No courier returns with a clear picture.
The left is drifting, Augustus! One rider returned, the other vanished. We are fighting shadows! Bring the standard in! Bring the standard in! If the army is blind, make us impossible to lose.
The Order buys protection by consuming space. It strips the widening edges of their final reserves. They are no longer holding ground. They are fighting to remain one
line!
army. One backward step forces the next rank sideways. The movement travels down the line. A seam opens before the Order arrives. Sasanian riders enter it first. The line survives the blow, then bends toward the Emperor. Now Valerian cannot see the army he commands. The second courier turns back. No order reaches the outer line. The standard remains visible. The army does not.
Their line is broken. Crush the center. Bring me the Emperor alive.
The command group contracts. Every open side becomes another fighting front.
Keep it raised! While Rome can see her Emperor, Rome is still fighting.
The outer rank holds once. There is no room to reset. What remains certain? Valerian, his prefect, senators, and officers were taken alive. Rome loses more than command. Gallienus must rule, while his father remains captive. Shapur's victory now moved west as raids and east as prisoners. Valerian and many captives disappeared into the Sasanian interior. Edessa itself may have held or escaped lasting occupation. Shapur gained plunder and people, not permanent control of every road.
Keep moving!
The vacuum soon
Get
pushed
inside the
Palmyra into a larger role in Rome's eastern defense. Resistance would recover. Valerian's command would not. Shapur could preserve one victory no Roman counterattack could reverse. Shapur fixed his version of victory into stone. Valerian stands in the relief. The kneeling emperor is Philip the Arab. This is political memory, not a photograph of the capture. Later Roman and Christian writers described a footstool, flaying and display. None can be confirmed. What can be traced more carefully is movement, prisoners, skills, and construction. Roman captives joined communities and projects inside Shapur's empire. Iron clamps and dressed masonry reflect techniques linked to Roman building practice. Yet Shushtar was never purely Roman. Older local knowledge shaped the system. Conquest moved hands across empires. Water preserved what those hands learned. Rome lost an emperor. Shapur gained a symbol, and captives carried east. Valerian never returned. The stone remembered victory. The water remembered exchange.